Hi, my name is Jeff Thompson and I'm the lecturer in this semester's Groundwork in Theology. Welcome to you, and welcome to you especially if this is your first unit in studying theology. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, as it's sometimes helpful for students to know who their teachers are. I'm a minister of the Uniting Church in Australia, and I've just joined the faculty of the Uniting Church Theological College here in Melbourne within the UFT. That comes after 12 years being on the faculty of our sister college, Trinity Theological College in Brisbane. Before studying theology, I trained as an agricultural scientist, and I worked in that capacity for a number of years in Pakistan. I began my own theological study here at the UFT in the mid-1980s, after which I completed a doctorate at Cambridge University in the UK before spending 5 years in parish ministry in Fairfield here in suburban Melbourne. I love teaching theology, not least introductory courses such as Groundwork. I sometimes think that theology is actually one of the best kept secrets in the Australian Church. I recall how I reacted to my first exposure to theological study. It was with a sense of, why haven't I heard more about all of this in the life of the Church? And in the 12 years that I've been teaching theology, I've seen cohort after cohort of students ask the same question. Well, what is the this that's unveiled? What is the secret that is let out when people study theology? At one level, it's simply the asking of questions that we often skim over, or we just don't even ask in conventional church life. At another level, it is the answering of questions. You discover that Christian theologians have been wrestling with all the big issues of faith and life from the very beginning. Questions such as, is Jesus unique? What is the purpose of life? How do reason and faith relate? Is there truth in non-Christian religions? Why is there evil if God is good? What is salvation, and is it for everyone? How should we read the Bible, literally or allegorically or in some other way? Now, you might think that these are all very modern or even postmodern questions. But actually, if you go back to the earliest theologians in the 2nd and 3rd centuries of the Christian era, you'll find them wrestling with just these questions, and many others. And there is a lot of Christian wisdom that has been accumulated as Christian thinkers have kept on wrestling with them in the centuries since. So to some extent, this course in Groundwork provides you with an opportunity at an introductory level to wrestle with not just the questions, but also the wisdom that we've received from those who've gone before us. Now, it's true, we might find that some of that accumulated wisdom on closer inspection actually isn't so wise. And so yes, we do need to sift it, and we need to make careful judgments about what we can use and what we can build on. At the same time, we will find that we're asking some questions that haven't been asked before, especially some questions which modern science has put to Christian faith. But not only those. We also have to realize that even some of the wiser wisdom that has been bequeathed by the theological tradition nevertheless is embedded in a history of Christianity which at times is embarrassing to engage. So, what can you expect to get out of this unit? Well, you will get an introduction to the study of theology, to the nature of systematic theology. You'll get an insight into the great classic creeds of the Church and the particular areas of Christian doctrine around which the Christian faith has often found itself drawn. But to all of that, I want to add another key word, and that word is imagination. To think about the faith systematically and to engage the doctrinal tradition can sound very technical and organized, and it is that, and there's nothing wrong with being technical and organized about theology. But being technical and organized isn't the ultimate end point. A systematic theology explores the ways that the different elements of Christian belief are related to each other. Its task is not just descriptive, and it's not just recollection, but it is constructive. Systematic theology, understood that way, seeks to build a vision of what Christian faith is and how it is to be lived in particular times and places. And as a vision, it engages our imaginations. You might say that it illuminates, it recasts, and it transforms our capacity to imagine what God, the world, the church, and our lives might look like when viewed through the eyes of Christian faith. So, welcome to the exploration. I really hope you enjoy the course, and that by the end of it you have found that your Christian imagination has been pushed, probed, and stretched in ways that you find exciting and consolidating of your faith. See you in class.